So today we're going to be heading out to an old canal. It runs between Taunton and Bridgwater, and we're going to do a little bit of magnet fishing, so let's go. So we're actually going to be heading to the midpoint of the canal today, at a place called Newton. Now this canal was used quite heavily in the war for transporting goods. So what I'm going to be trying is some magnet fishing, and that's basically where you throw a magnet in the water, pull it up and see if you caught any metal objects. And in the past, people have found guns, unexploded bombs, shells, all sorts of things. So let's give it a go. So the last time I was here was about 10 years ago, and that was on that hench walk that I was doing. And there used to be, I have a fond memory of this, a little box here with an audio device. Ah, the plaque's still there. But in here was a thing where you would wind a handle and it would tell you about the history of the Bridgwater and Taunton Canal. And you'd have to put in like so much energy to get 3 words, and then it would cut off and restart. So it's probably a good thing they got rid of that. So I've always been interested in owning a canal boat, or at least spending a few weeks on the canals. But I was just thinking, when you're traveling a canal like this, there's so many of these locks that you have to get out, undo it, let the water fill up, take your boat forward. It's actually quite a palaver. So yeah, aside from that, I think it'd be a really fun experience, maybe in the future. So I haven't done any research on this canal, and I'm not exactly sure what role it played during the war, but what I do know is there's bunkers stacked the whole way along this route, and during the blackouts in World War II, they were probably transporting goods. So today I'm hoping some of those goods fell off the boat, as bad as that sounds, and if they're metal, we might be able to pull them up with a magnet. So yeah, let's find a nice little spot and set up, ready to go fishing. So this is probably the place where I'm going to start my magnet fishing. Obviously I've got a nice shelter here. I can sit on this ledge and just relax. But first, let's go and have a look at that old war bunker over there. So there's one of them. It's a solid reinforced concrete structure, which I'm guessing was either for farmers to run into if there was an attack, or for the people on the boats. But it looks at the moment like it's absolutely full of rubbish. And also I don't know if there's a doorway in. There is a doorway in, I can see it at the back. There we go. I'm not sure of the proper name for this, whether it's a pillbox, or you had the interior and outdoor shelters. I think one was called an Anderson shelter, or a Shrap shelter. Either way, we're going to try and get inside. I think this is going to be our only chance of getting in, so use this as a step ladder. I've got an incredibly heavy backpack on me, so yeah, let's go. Oh. Well, I would not recommend anyone to try that. This is all incredibly slippery, and it's about 9 feet tall. Right, let's see if we can get inside. So unfortunately I couldn't get into the war shelter. The farmer had blocked it on the other side and it had bramble bushes and everything, and it was about 3 foot of wading through the most torrential plants you can imagine. So hopefully I've got some pictures I can put up on the screen now, and you can have a look what it was like inside when I went there a few years back. So that's the magnet we'll be using today. It's a nice heavy duty large magnet. I think it can hold about 15 kilograms. So anything less than 15 kilograms, let's try and get it. Nothing. No coins, nothing. That was lucky. Okay, let's just try the edge where things might get stuck. You know what's really surprising? This really isn't that deep. No, nothing. So every time I have been magnet fishing, I've never got anything. It really is a game of chance. It's a bit like the lottery. You keep trying, but you never win. So if you're thinking of giving magnet fishing a go, definitely think about it, because it is quite an interesting hobby. You never know what you're going to find. You might get a Tesco shopping trolley or something. But for now, it looks like we're going to stay here until we do get something. Because I'm not leaving until I bring up a piece of metal from this canal. I don't care if it's a nail or just I don't know, a coat hanger. So yeah, stay here for another hour and see what we can get. I've been here so long now, it looks like the sun's starting to come out. Nice. Oh my God, I've got something. So, I've actually found something. It's a dirty old rusty bullet, and it just makes the whole day of getting soaking wet and freezing cold completely worthwhile. I'm so happy about that. So let's just get this out in the light quickly. There it is, a rusty, dirty old bullet. And what I'm going to do is throw it back in the water. So let's give somebody else a chance to find something. Goodbye. That has made my week. So just before I end today's video, I've got some great news. Just as I was walking back along the path to my bike, I spotted this blue rope, and I climbed this blue rope and it led me to this. Now this building's open and we can have a look inside. So there's the doorway. It's obviously protected by this huge mass of concrete, and then once you get inside here, you've got more thick walls. Let's get the light on. And then you've got your little window holes to peek out of. So I'm guessing due to the size of these walls, this was for some serious close range blasts. Is that wood? Nope, that's stone. It looked like wood for a second. So yeah, you've got your table in here, you've got your lookout windows, and I'm watching. That can make a creepy video. So thank you for joining me on today's adventure. I hope you've had as much fun as I have, and I shall see you on the next one. Bye. Yeah, this was slightly easier to climb up. Ah! Oh.